I gotta be honest with you, I'm genuinely surprised how many of these classic Pentatonix songs, or classic Christmas songs that Pentatonix have done, that I actually haven't heard, or at least reacted to. I've probably heard them, because they're classics. They're phenomenal songs and they're phenomenal performers. So I'm surprised that I haven't actually filmed these reactions yet. Regardless, I'm very much looking forward to this. We got Hark the Herald Angel Sings, or as it's written, Hark the Herald Angel Sings with the exclamation point. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York. And let's break down this song. Let's see what we got.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled.
I like the bass moving so much.
Ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies, with angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
There's a lot to talk about here. I really liked the pronounced bass in here. So one thing I'm curious about is, like, these are the greatest hits Pentatonix. Like, did they, some they had already released, I'm assuming, or did they re-record everything? And so for example, or are they only doing things, for example, like I know that like some of these songs that they, like Avi was a part of the group at the time, like, so is this Avi's voice in here in some of these songs, or is it all, did they re-record all the sections in that Matt? I don't know, regardless, but I really liked the pronunciation of the bass here. There was some really serious bass action, and it wasn't like, he wasn't just playing the root of each chord, like he was really playing a melody here. Another thing that I've been really enjoying about their performances, or these recordings lately, is the movement that it has, I guess you could say. And what I mean by that is, like, there's no, especially in this song, there's not much rhythm. There's no rhythm at all, but there's rhythm in the melody. And here I am, even though, Hark the Herald, I'm bopping along to it, even when there's no drums. And I think that is a really hard thing for artists to do, is create this movement and feeling of movement, especially when there's no rhythm section instruments like drums or bass or shakers or anything like that. They're really, they're creating the rhythm with the way that they're singing the song, whether it be through dynamics of the music or the phrasing, the push and pull of sound. It's very cool. And also that last insane bass note was wild.
Glory to the newborn King. Hark the herald angels sing.
Like a pop version now. This is cool, man. Oh, sorry, man.
Hark the herald angels sing. Oh, hark the herald.
Big reverb.
Hark the herald. Hark the herald.
You know what? I'm sorry. I gotta pause. This, you know what? I know what it's like. So I haven't filmed these videos, but I know they sound familiar, because I saw them live in concert last year, and they played all these songs, and I'm like, that's why I'm like that. Like I know I've heard these before. I'm like, I was so surprised I didn't see there's no video of them on YouTube, but that's why. It's because I had heard them all at the concert, or just in general from them before. So that's why it sounds like I literally feel like I'm at the concert right now. Like it's. Which is crazy, because that's how good of their performances are. Like, they sound like they're recording. So shout out to them for that.
Glory to the newborn King. Sing it with me now.
Yeah.
Peace on earth, mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. And let us celebrate the joy.
Come on.
Ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic
Steady bass.
proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Hark the herald.
Yeah.
Hark the herald. Hark the herald. Angels sing.
Hey, how do you not bop to this, man?
The herald. The herald angels.
Come on. It's one of the things I think is so cool is, like, how they make their stuff their own, man. And so I have this idea for Pentatonix. I was just thinking about this. So I have this idea for Pentatonix. I think it would be really cool if they released their own Christmas station. And what I mean by that is if they, whether it be on Sirius XM or whether it be on YouTube or anything like that, or Spotify or something like that, where it's all the Pentatonix Christmas songs, which is at this point, it's got to be countless. It's countless Christmas songs by them. And what they do, and they, their fans can go and listen to it online, whether it be, again, Sirius XM in the car or YouTube playlist in the car, but something that's 24/7 on loop. If they have 2 or 3, 4 hours of music, if you listen to modern pop music or radio stations, it's like an hour and a half of music, if that, and it just repeats over and over again all day. So even if they have 2 hours of music, it's more than like the pop music industry radio stations. But I totally think, because there's a lot of talk about them not being on modern airplay on radio, and I think that I come from the mentality, if you're not getting out there, make your own. And I think that they have enough of a fan base and enough of a quality of music that they could totally make their own radio station. So I'd love to see that this Christmas season.
Angels sing, hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn king, glory to the newborn king. Jesus was born in a manger lane, Jesus was born in a manger lane. Son of God is here today.
Scott has so much soul, man.
Angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem.
I love this class, man. Tight.
Glory to the newborn King. Hark the herald, hark the herald,
Come on.
hark the herald, angels sing.
Is that Mitch? Oh, freaks me out. Wow, I thought it was Herald sing. I thought that's where they were going with that. Yeah. I would have loved. I wanted this to keep going. I would have loved, to be honest, them do what they did, or even like the Herald sing, and then from there go back to the very beginning of Hark the. I wanted to kind of almost be like this full circle of classic to their own version, to this rap soul version, to then back to the classic. I thought would have been a really cool full circle. We're still singing that classic Christmas track. Regardless, it was still a phenomenal performance, and I mean what I said, man. Somebody reach out to them and be like, look, do it. You have the funds, you have the opportunity, you have the fan base. Start your own, even if it's a 24-hour a day loop on YouTube. That's free, pretty much. Maybe a very small cost. Just have it constantly going, 24 hours a day. Dude, I've even thought about doing it with my music, starting a channel of 24/7 Jacob Restituto music, which is constantly playing on live. Somebody's got to do it, man.